All right, y'all, we are live on this absolutely epic Wednesday. Blessings to everybody. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, I do pray everybody is very blessed, and thank you so much for joining us. And when I say us, I really mean just me on this juicy Bitcoin pump day. Wow, it's a Bitcoin pump day. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. As usual, if we can get up to 1,000 likes, we will be giving away 1,000 smackaronis, aka 1,000 USDT. Shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Shout out to Lazarus Hand. What is going on, Lazarus Hand? Yo, he says, yo, what is going on? 35K coming soon, dumped to 28.5. Shout out to Richard Lionheart. What is going on? Shout out to Robert Bonar. What is going on, my friend? God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. What is good, Cyberpunk Monkey? What is good to Zadie, who says something I can't really say? Asamalukinakam, and I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it means something good in a different language. Shout out to Aaron Clark. He says, looking good, bro. You are also looking good, Aaron Clark. Looking good, man. Hey, my hair actually looks kind of good. I thought it was going to be crazy. Shout out to Paul Anthony. What is going on? The pump theme song. All right, let's get this pump song going, guys. Maybe. Let's see what happens. We're coming up to a little local area of resistance, so we're going to have to see what happens here, guys. Shout out to True Radio. Shout out to Crypto Birdie. He says, slap the like. Ah! Slap that like button, baby. Next level to short, Shiva B. I don't know. We're gonna be getting into it. All right, we're gonna have to see. All right. Shout out to Mike Romero. You're the best, bro. Yeah, we're gonna do some analysis, guys. I mean, clearly we're in Pump City, right? We're going straight to Pump City right now. Shout out to Leptin Flow. Shout out to Mike Romero. He says, "Vamos." All right. Shout out to Swacked under 3 milligrams. To the moon, baby. To the moon. We out here. Shout out to Eat Perez. Shout out to Anthony Shaw. Up 200% on this swing long. I'm up also on the swing long, guys. It's a pretty dang juicy one. I do have to say myself. Up 1,124.18%. Wow. Shout out to everybody who took this dang trade, man. I mean, it was a juicy one. Right from the naked point of control. And speaking of naked points of control, guys, it's very strange, but Bitcoin currently found resistance at a naked point of control. Would you believe that? Look at this. 30,775 naked point of control. Currently finding a little bit of resistance right here. And actually, when we take a look at the order flow and what happened when we found this resistance here, you can actually see that we got a pretty gnarly bear CVD divergence here. Look at this, right? We put in our high, we put in that first lower high, we got the CVD coming up higher, and we did have quite a few longs opening up here as well, getting absorbed right here, like literally right here, and then even more opening up after that. It's pretty interesting. And from this point, we've gotten a little bit of a retracement, and we're coming back down to a support resistance flip right here. Coming down to a support resistance flip. Now, we do have some crazy things going on. I mean, we have taken the liquidity from 30,050, pretty crazy, and we are retesting these highs. Okay, so the hypothesis stands. Okay. Everybody said I was a nut job, wacko, crazy, crackpot, machine head. I don't even know what else people were calling me, okay? Because I was saying at these lows, I was saying I'm looking to long up to 30K. Even at this low, I was looking to long up to 30K. And then I was looking for a fake out of the falling wedge pattern and then a move back inside the falling wedge with a breakout. That's literally exactly what happened, guys. Go back and watch the video I posted the day of the FOMC announcement where I said I want to see a fake out of this wedge pattern and then kablamo. And that's exactly what we got. Bitcoin loves to form falling wedges, fake out to the downside, and then kablamo, right? And we saw this same exact thing happening over here. back when we were trading this kind of pattern, right? We had this falling wedge, and then we broke to the downside of it, and then kablamo back inside, right? So we have this kind of pattern playing out. Now, I do have to say, so far, this looks bullish to me, okay? Doesn't mean we're gonna make a new high. We could just make a lower high and then basically come back down, right? We could very well make a lower high and then come back down. We could also make a higher high and then come back down, right? Nothing is guaranteed in trading, right? Jason, what's the price gonna do? Pump, dump? It depends. We cannot know what the price is gonna do. But what we can do, guys, is we can stay at the charts. As long as we're wearing our depends, we don't have to get up to go to the bathroom, and so we can catch every single move, right? And so if we know the levels that we're looking to potentially find a trade, we can have a plan in advance so that we can actually enter into that trade. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. As per usual, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes, we'll be giving away 1,000 USDT. Let's see if we can get it. Shout out to Follow the Rabbit. Thanks to Sam Crypto Lifer. He is going to be praying tonight. He's not religious, but he's going to be praying. Pray, seek the Lord, ask the Lord to reveal himself to you, and he absolutely will, my friend. Follow the Rabbit. Show me those butt cheeks. Maximum absorption. Exactly, maximum absorption. Shout out to I Am George in the chat. Shout out to Far Cry. Shout out to Ryan H. Oof, lost 19K in shorts. Sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm really sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Do we go short? You opened a short? Well, I mean, it's a good place to open a short if you got in at that naked point of control. I would TP1 stop loss to entry. That's what I would do. I would TP1 stop loss to the entry. All right, so here's what's going on, guys. We have come up to a level of resistance, this naked point of control, and right now the only level that we have above us is a potential chickens drink water of this high. All right, which is basically a fake out of the high and then a move back inside. Do I think we're going to get that? Well, here's honestly what I do see. I do see the potential for bearish divergence on the daily. We go to the 4 hour. And there is no potential right now for a bearish divergence on the 4 hour. So if we're going to be looking for a CDW of this high right here of 31,069, we need to be looking for basically bearish divergences on some of these lower term time frames, right? Like the 1 hour. What I would want to see if we are going to get a CDW this high is I would want to see the 1 hour continuing to give us a bearish divergence with that money flow coming down. That could actually be pretty nice. Now, here's something else that we want to see. We want to see, well, what could give us an opportunity to really get into a short trade would be the nines indicator. The nines indicator, which right up here is printing a potential swing short trade. So if these pink diamonds start printing and then we get another push to the upside, that could be a significant topic. Could be. Do I think it will be? I'll be honest with you guys. Based on what I see right now, I think it's more probable that we will put in a new high. And then we're going to be looking to our next zone of resistance, which is right around here. Okay? Right around $31.5 to $33,000. $33,000 being absolutely a very juicy area of resistance. And here's why. 33K, if we take a look and just put a little line right here, all right, we could see that basically this mini range that we were trading, and I know it's a little small because we're dealing with such big time frames. Let's go to the weekly, all right? Let's just go to the weekly. When we take a look at the weekly, we see something very significant right here, which is the fact that we put in this low back in around Monday, January 2022, and then this was basically our support resistance flip, right? It was our support resistance flip. This level right here, we came up basically to back test that once again in May of 2022. And so this will be our next zone of resistance right here. And if we also just kind of take a look at this level and just drag it back, we can actually see that this is more than just a support resistance flip. This $33,000 level, pretty much on the weekly time frame, is where those weekly candles were not really able to come below, right? So that, in my opinion, would be our next major area of support and resistance. And here's the thing, guys. Look at this. Okay? Look at this. Would you look at this? All right? Now, I don't mean to go all crazy bullish on you, all right? I don't mean to go crazy bullish on you guys. I don't. But here's what we need to really understand here. Volume is one of the best indicators that you can use to basically to find out, like, where is price more probable to go, right? Are we more probable to pump, or is it more probable that we dump? Well, if we can now put in a higher high, I would say that's very bullish as we're coming back inside of the value area of the entire massive range that we traded from January 2021 all the way until June 2022. So a 1.5 year long range. We are coming back inside of this volume profile, and it actually means it's more probable than not that we see more upside. Notice what happens when we come back inside of a volume profile, okay? Look at this. Just looking at our last volume profile for the past 2 months, you can see that once we get a move back inside the value area low, more upside is probable. We get a move back inside the value area low, more upside is probable. Get a move back inside the value area low, more upside is probable, okay? We also understand that we are trading bullish market structure, right? When we go to the weekly time frame, we're just being objective here. I'm not telling anybody to long. I'm not telling anybody to buy Bitcoin. We're analyzing a chart, right? That's literally all we're doing. We're analyzing a chart. And we're saying, look, from the long that we took, literally Casper Crew took this long from the exact bottom at 15,500, but that's besides the point. Since that long trade, right, we have been making higher highs and higher lows. We have been respecting this trend line right here, and this is, objectively speaking, bullish market structure. Weekly time frame money flow is looking like it wants to cross over. The VWAP is pointing high. We have a green dot printing right here, and we also know that we have an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the high time frames. So we've got our left shoulder, we've got our head, and we've got our right shoulder. Now look at this, guys. We literally came down to back test the shoulder, the neckline, I should say, the neckline, okay? We tested the neckline, and now we're bouncing, okay? Target of the head and shoulders is going to be right around here. We take a trend line from the neckline to the head, we project to the upside. It's going to be right around that that $42,000-ish region, which is a very important region, because if we take a look at this, we can see that, well, wait a second, that's not right. What was I looking at before? I was probably looking at this. Yes. Okay, look at this. We have the high volume node of this entire mini range right here, right? High volume node of this entire mini range. So what that means, guys, is if we reclaim this $33,000 level, I suspect we're going to go straight to 42K, which is why I was saying, I was saying in Friday's stream that the long trade I'm currently in right now, from the exact bottom set up given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord on May 12th, right? I am going to not take profits now until $42,000. I'll probably front run that a little. $42,000. I am looking to make quite a bit on this trade if it plays out the way I want. Is it guaranteed? Of course it's not guaranteed, guys, okay? It's not guaranteed, but that is my target for the trade, $42,000. And you know, here's the thing. This is why macro analysis is so dang important, right? That's why macro analysis is so important, because people laugh, people scoff, trading snobs out there, right? Trading snobs, you guys know the ones. The trading snobs out there, the ones that would never in a million years use a head and shoulder pattern because, so primitive, you stupid retail trader. How obvious is this in hindsight, right? Head and shoulders, breakout, retest, long, boom, right? So dang obvious, right? Don't miss the forest for the trees, guys. Don't miss the forest for the trees, right? When we are building our macro bias, we need to be looking at these high time frames. We need to be asking ourselves, what is happening on the macro? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Is there a pattern that we can look at to potentially say, look, it's more probable than not that this will happen, right? We've been waiting for this for a very long time, right? Ever since we broke out, we've been waiting for this retest to say this could make a good swing long trade up to $42,000. But when you're in the trenches, and I'm guilty of this as well, when you are in the trenches every day, it's easy to lose sight of the macro, right? It's easy to lose sight of the macro because you're trading every day, you're looking for the local ranges, longs and shorts. But when you're planning out a trade to see how long am I going to hold this trade for, if you happen to get into a position that's in a place that you say, this could be a really juicy swing trade, make sure to be a little bit more lax with your take profits. Maybe take some profit, ensure a profit, and then hold the rest of the trade, right? Hold the rest. Because right now, if this trade comes all the way down to my entry, I will have left almost $12,000 on the table in Bitcoin. Almost 0.4 Bitcoin on the table. Can you imagine? But I can't be upset over that, right? Because I'm looking at the macro. And when you make these macro plans, a lot of times they will play out. Just might take some time. It might take some time. We might do a whole bunch of this kind of thing, and then eventually, maybe in like a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, we might eventually hit that target, okay? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Now, I don't believe the bull market is here yet. I'm actually expecting a rejection around $33,000 at least. I would be shocked if we come up to this level and don't get another rejection. And we have to be aware that depending on what happens at this next level, okay, depending on what happens here at 33,000, we very well may print a weekly bearish divergence. That is not a good thing if we're looking for 42,000, right? That is not a good thing. So we really need to be watching the weekly and downwards to ask ourselves, is this going to result in a very bearish divergence? Because if we're going to be looking at the 2-day and we're going to be objective here, look at the money flow. Money flow is getting lower. Even if we cross back into the blue, right? Even if we cross back into the blue here, this would be the bearish Sam Bankman-Fried man boot pattern here. Money flow getting lower, momentum waves getting lower as the price is getting higher into key resistance. That would be Sam Bankman-Fried's breasticles getting extremely bearish here, okay? So it's just something that we do need to be aware of, guys. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody in chat right now. We've got ourselves about 900 people in here. If we can get 1,000 likes, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. 1,000 USDT. It will crash again. The volume is too low right now. In the short term, do we go down to 28? Let's check out some short-term analysis, okay? So first of all, we came up to the naked point of control. And we did so with some very slight bearish divergences here on the chart on the 1 hour time frame. We also had some did we even have, I don't even think we had bearish divs on the 24-minute time frame. I don't think we did. But we did have some slight bearish divs on some of the lower time frames here. Here's what happened. Okay, we got the 9s indicator. And you know what? The 9s indicator, I don't even know. Do I have the I have to get the link for you guys, because if you're interested in the 9s indicator, it was created by somebody in the Casper crew, and they're giving a free trial for it, and it's a really good indicator. I got to get the link for you guys. I'm gonna pin some links in the chat. Yeah, so we did get some short signals there. I don't know if we're gonna get a big dump, but yeah, well, let's do some local analysis right here, and see like where can we look for a local long, right? We might be able to actually hop into a local long. All right. All right, cool. I'm going to pin a comment at the top, guys, in the YouTube chat. Look like a frog. What did I do? Something weird? Cool. All right, yeah, so let's check it out. All right, so look, if we're going to get more downside, we want to be looking right now for bearish absorption into the $30,500 region. Right? If we're going to get more downside, we want to be looking for a bearish divergence into this region here. And also, we do need to be aware that if we get another move to the upside, right? If we get another move to the upside right now, potentially the 9s is also printing a day trade signal right here. All right. So the 9s indicator, guys, basically when it's printing right here, this red background, if we get another high without that red background, that could be a short. So we might just front run that high level and do something like this, which could be in my opinion, a potential short trade. Okay, so we need to be watching for that. We need to be watching for either more bearish divergences here or absorption into this level. So there's two potential zones where we could be looking for a short, in my opinion. So let's mark that out right now. Let's set some alerts. We could be looking right here. And also we want to be aware of the golden pocket for absorption. And then we want to be aware of taking that high once again at the naked point of control with continued bearish divergences. That's absolutely what we want to see. Now to the downside, all right, let's see what we got to the downside. I'm going to go to the 24-minute time frame and just do some fresh analysis. Look at this move to the upside, guys. It is absolutely insane right now. I mean, this is crazy. The daily candle, guys. Oh my goodness, can you believe this? In the past 2 days, we've seen Bitcoin up 15%. That is absolutely wild. So what we need to do now is we do need to just be aware of the volume that's kind of trading here. So we have this mini bull flag before the breakout. Okay, so we're kind of holding this value area high as support. Let's pull out some fibs here. I don't really see anything that I like, to be honest with you. You know, I don't really see anything that I like, to be honest with you. I wish I did, but I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Let's go down to the 6 minute here. It's tough, guys. On moves like this, it's really tough. I would say for me, it would be really hard for me to get into a long trade locally here. Oh, and something else that's crazy though, guys, is honestly, so I had, as you can see, I have a long trade open here, and I accidentally this morning, I tried to add half a Bitcoin to the trade. I accidentally added 5 Bitcoin to the trade. So my entry sucks. My entry is like right around 28K. So obviously, if we're going to get a big move down right now, 28K is going to be very important because 28K is a support resistance flip, right? It's a support resistance flip. So right now, 28K support resistance flip right around this white line right here. If we are going to get more downside, this is an area to be aware of because that could actually give us, if we take a look here, 28K. That would be a beautiful place to make a higher low. And if I'm not mistaken, actually, and I might be mistaken, but I think we have, hang on, let's get out of the exchange and go to the real deal here. At 28K, do we have a Fibonacci level? Yeah, we do, guys, we do. So the 382, right around that 28.4, 28K zone, that's going to be an important level, guys. If we're going to get a bigger pullback here, that is going to be an important level. Potentially long a higher low. Yeah, that's actually going to be nice. Let's see what else we got quickly here. We're going to go to the 4-hour time frame. Locally, I don't see anything I would like to long locally, right? And it's just nothing looks good now. I would need to see price kind of cool down, form some kind of range from which I can look for an entry. But yeah, that 28.4K is looking pretty nice. We do have a local Fibonacci golden pocket there as well. We do have a local Fibonacci there as well. Let's check out CoinLives. Let's see what's happening with the order flow. Okay, because we do understand that if we come up to the golden pocket retrace and we see longs being absorbed here, that could actually give us a local potential short scalp. Right in this box, we would want to see absorption. We would want to see whales trying to play their tricky whale games up in here. That's what we would want to see. All right, so we'll keep our eyes on that. We've got our alerts set for it. We've got our alerts set. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. God bless all of you. Yeah, 28K. That is it. That is it. What is the golden pocket? Yeah, it's the 618 Fibonacci. The 618 Fibonacci. If everybody likes the stream right now, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. If everyone can just smash up the likes right now, we will absolutely be giving away 1,000 USDT. So we got about 1,000 people watching. Where would I scalp to? No way. Is that true? Binance US went to 138,000. Is that a prophecy? Is that a prophecy? We're gonna have to hit up our man CZ. In fact, let me text him. Let me call CZ right now. Nah, I won't bother him now. I know he eats lunch around this time. Delta 9, shout out to Delta 9. Hit me with that 1K. Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 7. Where would I scalp short to? Well, if we're gonna be short scalping here, I would be looking to potentially take it down to 28K, right? What I like to do for scalps is I like to look for levels of support and resistance, right? So if we actually are going to get absorption here, it's hard to say right now. I would say value area high is a place to be looking, right? Value area high is definitely a place to be looking to TP, but really we would want to hold this to value area low, which is right around 28.5-ish, right? If I was going to get into a short here or from here or whatever, I would hold this down to 28.5 because that's going to be a very key support resistance flip. Very, very key support resistance flip. Now, right now, again, we're looking potentially for either a move into the golden pocket for a rejection with trigger waves or a potential CDW. And we actually have two potential CDWs right here, right? If we take a look at the chart, I've got a few levels pulled up here. Okay, 31.056 is a potential CDW of the absolute high that we put in right here back on the 14th of April. Then we have some daily levels around 31.3, 31.7, and then we have those juicy levels up here, the ones that I was kind of looking at earlier. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Everybody's looking to short. It's going to be a short squeeze. Yes, it could very well be. Shout out to, oops, sorry, I left Delta 9 up here. There's a slight bear div on the 1 hour. Yeah, exactly. So we could get some scalps in here. Are you able to explain your trades I see in the green for a noob like me, or is there more experience? Shout out to Nail Biting for Fun 1. Those trades, I mean, this long trade that I'm in right here, this is the trade that we've been looking at in the Casper Crew Discord to basically long the support resistance flip of the breakout of the inverted head and shoulders from right around 24.8K. And we came down to there, we got bullish divergences, we got the Sam Bankman-Fried bullish man boob pattern. 4-hour market Cipher B was getting higher momentum waves, higher money flow as we came down to that exact level. All right, and then that other long trade I'm in, I entered at the same exact price, and then I added to it after a pump, and I actually flop and growth with that one because instead of adding half a Bitcoin to the trade, I added 5 Bitcoin because my decimal point didn't work. All right. but it is what it is. All right, as long as you're using good risk management, you don't have to worry about anything. As long as these two make a great team. All right, you got your confirmations and your risk management. If you get your confirmations right and your risk management, you can do all right. Okay, you can do all right. Okay, Illuminati. All right, you can do okay. Does this mean okay? I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like, my whole life, I thought this meant okay. When I became a conspiracy theorist, I thought it meant 666, you're in the Illuminati or whatever. The Eye of Horus, I don't know. The All-Seeing Eye, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I do know is Bitcoin's pumping. All right. Bitcoin's pumping. What is a CDW? It's a chicken's drinking water. Shout out to Hannah King. Yes, glad to see you again, Hannah King. I've missed all of you. I've missed all of you. I've missed doing these live streams. I really have. It's just been so much, guys. I'm telling you, on the farm, on the homestead. In fact, before I was doing this stream, I was out there today. You know, I was harvesting. I've got right now so much spinach and kale and chard that I have vacuum sealed and put in the freezer right now. We are raking in. If you really want to print money, you guys got to grow your own food. I mean, that's basically what growing your own food is. Printing your own money. Am I standing on a square? Oh, you're talking to someone else. Yeah, the man boob strategy. Exactly, exactly. Oh, am I standing? Yes, I'm standing, guys. I got a standing desk because actually, you know what? I got a treadmill desk so I could walk and work because, you know, I hate sitting. But believe it or not, I used to stream on a recumbent bike desk so I could pedal. But yeah, I hate sitting, guys. Sitting it makes me tired. All right. You know, before the stream, I chugged a giant glass of raw goat milk with a scoop of collagen protein powder and ate a little block of raw goat cheese. And it gave me some energy, so I can't sit after all that raw, dangerous dairy that I just ate. You know what I'm saying? All right. So don't worry, guys. If you missed the move up, please don't worry. We are coming. There will be plenty of opportunity to trade as well. Let's watch this carefully because I have some alerts set, but we know that there's a potential lower high right here, and there's a potential chicken's drinking water right here. Chicken's drinking water is basically a fake out to the upside. If we do that with continued bearish divergences here, especially if the 9s indicator does not print a background here, if the 9s indicator does not print a red background here, that is also confirmation for a short scalp. I always get questions about the 9s indicator, guys. In the YouTube chat, there's a pinned comment linked to the 9s indicator for a 7-day free trial developed by Surface 9 of the Casper crew. And let's take a look at some other assets here, guys. Can you believe ETH? So ETH is very much similar to the corn, except the only difference for ETH is that we have not yet come up to value area high. Okay, we have not yet come up to value area high. And where did ETH reject from? What's the technical level that ETH has gotten this little pullback? It's the chicken's drink water at 1895, right? So we're going to remove this Fibonacci. We're going to go ahead and pull our range and just update our range right here. Yeah, we have not come up to value area high. It's actually more probable, in my opinion, that we will come up to the value area high of this range here for ETH. Yeah, so ETH right now basically grabbed the liquidity from these highs and is now getting a little bit of a pullback. The next major resistance for ETH, it's a little bit different than Bitcoin because Bitcoin is very, very close to its high. Ethereum is not, right? The Ethereum high was way up here, 2143. Bitcoin's very close to its high. So I would say that the next major resistance that we have for ETH is going to be right above this area here. And the reason for that is because we have a lot of liquidity that can be snagged from this area, right? We have a lot of highs, and this liquidity needs to be grabbed. We know there's people who shorted right here, and their stop losses are above the high, right? Did that get taken? And that didn't get taken. So we have stop losses here. We have stop losses all above this area here, and it's above the value area high of the range. So the next resistance for ETH is going to be right around that around 1950, all right? 1950, it was a different time. Things were more conservative. The patriarchy was in full force. All the poor women had to not go to work. They had to stay home and raise their families while their oppressive husband went to work and provided for the family and took care of the wife and kids. It was a horrible time. Now everything's so much better where the women get to go to work and take care of the kids and make all the food and do everything. You know, it's so much freer now than it was in the 50s. But yeah, that would be the next major zone of resistance that I see for ETH. Now, if we zoom out on ETH, let's check it out. Let's check it out here. ETH is not yet printing a green dot on the weekly market Cipher B. Okay, ETH is not yet printing a green dot on the market Cipher B. We're going to do a little bit of analysis here on ETH. We are going to take a look at the old range. Okay, so ETH is not really coming into that old range like it was for Bitcoin. 2327 is actually going to be a very key level for ETH. We had this massive triangle that we broke out and we got the retest as well. So that is bullish. Let's go ahead and pull some volume here. All right, so we have come up to value area high. So yeah, this is a key level of support right around here. So we need to hold 1700. We need to hold 1700. That's obviously key. As long as we hold 1700, higher is definitely more probable. Where's our next major area of resistance on the weekly time frame? If we're going to make a lower high, level to be aware of right now is going to be 2327, where we have this weekly order block. Also, just above us right now for ETH, we have a weekly resistance at 1909. All right, 1909 was the first year Abraham Lincoln was put on the penny. Before that, there were the Indian head pennies, and I don't mean to be racist when I call Native Americans Indians, but hey, I can't help it, you know? I guess every white person is racist. So it's just, it is who I am, I guess. I can't help it, right? So, that's the first year Abraham Lincoln was on the penny. And I know this because I used to collect pennies. I had pennies from the 1800s. I had pennies from the 1900s. And I had a 1909 penny. It was crazy. It was crazy. I used to collect them. So yeah, we've got this weekly level here just above us. Yeah, I would really say, guys, that between this weekly level and these highs is absolutely where we need to be watching for the next resistance. And if we can reclaim that, then that is very bullish, very bullish, very, very, very bullish, guys. Very, very bullish, very bullish. That is very bullish. If we reclaim 1950, all right, that oppressive year, we can probably, we will hit a new high. We will hit a new high. All right. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. What do I mean? All white people are racist? Well, I mean, I went to college and they told me I was racist. I said, I'm not racist. They said, the very fact you think you're not racist proves how racist you are. It was new to me, but hey, you learn something new every day. Let's see. Shout out to Divinehood. He says 36K is the macro 382 and the golden pocket of a smaller retracement. Ooh, Divinehood, shout out to you, bro, because you bring up a really good point. You bring up a really good point. Shout out to Singularity XX for the super chat. Hey, Jason, do you think it's better to wait for a pullback or start getting into altcoins right now? What do you recommend? Oh, are you talking about like spot or leverage, bro? Because it depends if you mean spot or leverage, my friend. If you mean spot, I think it's buy the dip mode. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an idiot. I'm a joke. I don't know anything, okay? I'm here on the internet. I can't even afford a shirt without holes in it, okay? I'm not even wearing shoes or underwear right now. So keep that in mind when you're listening to what I'm about to say, okay? In my opinion, based where we are on the 4-year market cycle, this is the time to buy the dips. This is the time to accumulate Bit and altcoins, okay? Because in about a year from now, we are going to enter the euphoria stage. In about a year from now, Your friends from high school that know you're into crypto are going to text you. Be like, hey, is this still your number? Is this still your number? Yep, it's still me. They're like, hey, I heard about this thing called crypto. You think I should buy? Right? That's going to happen a year from now. This is the time to be buying and accumulating. If we're talking about leverage trading, I don't really think it matters, to be honest with you. I don't really think it matters because we can long and short and we can look for entries every single day. All right, let's check order flow. But before I check order flow, I have to address Divine Hood's comment because he brings up a very, very good point here. So real quick, he brings up 36K, which is a level I actually forgot about, and I'm really glad you brought that up, bro, because 36K is the macro 382. And shout out to Lane Hughes, by the way. Lane Hughes, haven't talked to Lane Hughes in a long time, but Lane Hughes was all about. Lane Hughes called the bottom, and he was looking for a move up to 36K to wreck all the shorts, and so far he's been spot on. So if we take our fib from the high to the low, let's remove our head and shoulders. From the high to the low. Yeah, 36K, guys, is that 382 Fibonacci. And it's also a support resistance flip right around this area. So yeah, 36K, shout out to Divine Hood. This is also an area, guys, to be looking for resistance. If we don't reject at 33K, definitely 36K is going to be a very important level of resistance. In fact, I will probably take profits in my current longs at 36K because that's just a crazy level of resistance to ignore. All right, now let's check out the order flow. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the order flow, we have a decrease of open interest, which means traders are closing their positions. There's kind of indecision here. CBD getting slightly lower. Nothing really to write home about. We did have a bullish divergence actually right in here. If we take a look at this right here, as the price was making a higher low in an uptrend, we saw actually shorts opening up here. Let's see how many shorts actually opened up right there. Shout out to Papa Casper. He just texted me. How many shorts opened up there? All right, so we had about 103. Wow. Okay, so we had about 3 million shorts. 3 million shorts opened up into this higher low right here. So we have 3 million shorts right up here that opened. They immediately closed out though, guys. And then the buyers took over. So basically we had this move to the downside. We got a little retrace. 3 million shorts opened up right here. But 2 candles later, they were closed out of their positions. Then we saw some longs kind of step in. So yeah, we might get that move to the upside because of this bullish divergence, and it is a very bullish day. But here's the thing right now, guys. You can see that we had very high volume on this last big move up. It was like 51 million, and now 700,000, 1 million, 1 million, 8 million. Volume is really on a decrease. So this to me is prime for looking for some kind of a short setup right now. And again, the 2 major areas that I am looking at are going to be in our purple box right here between 3044. Oh, I sound like Joe Biden. Text 3044 Joe. And also, now I'm not political. I hate Trump. I hate Biden. Right? I don't like politicians. All right. So before you all hate on me, Jason, how come you only pick on Biden? Because he's so dang easy to pick on. All right. All right, and 36, that's the first area we're looking to short. And then the second area is going to be right up here, okay? The CDW, the chickens drink water of this high, all right, 3851. And what is a chickens drinking water? It's basically, it's a fake out. It means we wick to the upside like this, wick, close the candle, and it's a failed swing, a swing failure pattern, right? We failed to make a new swing high locally. And it looks like the way a chicken drinks water, because the price is the beak, the level is the water, and if you ever saw a chicken drink, she takes her beak, she shoves it into the water, and then real quick she pulls out her head and goes, sucks up that water. It's exactly what happens when the price goes, okay? So that's what that's about, guys. That's what that's about. Okay. Look, I feel bad for Biden. I honestly do, because clearly the guy is just a puppet. I mean, he can't walk or think or talk, right? But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll be honest with you guys, though. I kind of like RFK, all right? I like the guy. I was thinking, man, I would, because I haven't believed that votes counted. I believe that votes haven't counted for a long time, okay? And then the past 2 elections, I think it's pretty abundant that the media wants everyone to think the elections are rigged, right? It was rigged for Trump, says the liberal media. It's rigged for Biden, says the conservative media. It's a lot of propaganda out there, but I would vote for RFK. I would, man. I like him. I like the things he says. I don't know if he's genuine. If he's genuine, I like the things he says. I like how he wants to take the Democratic Party back to what it used to be before it became the Communist Party. And I like how he calls out the Republican Party for being these neoconservatives that are just going overseas to take over countries and bomb little kids and all this, and then pretend to be conservative. And I feel like he stood up for a lot of truth over the years and didn't really care what people had to say. Plus, he has skin in the game, right? They killed his uncle. They killed his father. So who knows? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. See, I don't know if he's legit, right? How could I know? I don't know the man. I don't know the man. All right, how's it going here? How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin holding still, guys, holding still. Let's take a look at some other assets while we're waiting for this then, while we're waiting for something to happen. What other assets should we take a look at right now, guys? We got about 11, we got almost 1,200 people in here. We got 700 likes. If we get 300 likes, we can give away $1,000. Shout out to Creighton C. He chooses to believe everything politicians say. It's very confusing because they never agree on anything, but they give free money. And I know I can trust banks. Well, that's right there, some words of wisdom. Right there. All right. What was that last 1 minute candle? Let's check it out. Oh, that big move to the downside? I don't know. Let's actually look at what happened there on the order flow. A lot of longs closed out and a lot of shorts opened. That's basically what happened. We had longs for some reason closing out, and then a candle later we had shorts open, and now we actually got a little bullish divergence going on here. We got a little bit of a bullish divergence going on right here. We saw shorts continue to open up. Price getting a little bit higher, just a little one, just a little one there. All right, let's pop into chat here. What should we take a look at? XRP? Should we take a look at XRP? ADA, OP, Zigzag, Bencoin, XRP, ADA, NEAR. A lot of XRPs in here. A lot of XRPs. Okay, we can take a look at XRP, guys. We can take a look at XRP. And before we take a look at XRP, let's quickly just take a look at the dollar as well, because I have not been looking at the dollar or the S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500 basically doing the same thing that Bitcoin did. Whoa, that's a lie. That's a huge lie. Hang on. S&P 500 dumping like a wild woman in distress with a laundry basket on her head running through the woods. All right. Yeah, S&P really not doing much, guys. Interesting. Let's go to the 2 hour. Shout out to Crypto Plumber. Can we look at Super? Yes, bro. Because you gave a super chat, we will look at Super. Shout out to the Crypto Plumber. Straight up Super Mario Brothers up in here. Okay, let's take a look at the dollar. Is the dollar, is it dumping or pumping? Dollar's dumping, guys. Okay, dollar is dumping. And would you look at this, guys? Okay, the dollar right now has lost massive support. It's the 4 hour time frame here. Lost massive support and actually back tested this very important support resistance flip right here at 102.663. So that is not looking very bullish for the dollar. That is looking kind of bullish for Bitcoin. And lest we forget where we've come from, guys, the dollar right now is coming back inside a massive range that we've traded from January 2015, actually December 2014. Do you know what I was doing December of 2014? I lived in the city. Didn't know how to homestead, had an apartment, tried to grow tomatoes on my balcony, and the bugs ate them, all right? This is a long time ago. I was in a totally different place in life. So, man, that was a long time ago. Look at this. We come up to the top. This was the beginning of the massive euphoric pump for Bitcoin in 2016, leading to 2018, the 2 years of massive pumpage. And then at the top of the Bitcoin bull run in 2017, the dollar bottoms out until VidCo 19 comes out. Once VidCo 19 comes out, it was the top of the dollar and the bottom of Bitcoin until April 2021, where Bitcoin reaches the top of the 4-year market cycle, and then the Bitcoin dumps until the dollar puts in this massive high right when our good friend, our two good friends, SBF and his wildly hot girlfriend over here, Caroline, decided to scam everybody with FTX, and the dollar reached a high as the Bitcoin reached a very significant bottom, which I don't have pulled up on the chart. So the fact that we're back in this range means this could really be, I mean, think about where we're at in the 4-year cycle. I believe the bottom is in for the 4-year cycle. Different than the price. I'm talking about the 4-year cycle. Very interesting times. We're seeing weakness with the dollar all over the world. I don't believe the dollar is going away anytime soon, but we can't say it's irrelevant that all these countries are saying screw the dollar. I mean, even Macron and Francois, bonjour, oui, oui, Madame Senor, essay. Even he says we need to forget about the dollar. You've got a lot of countries looking to, what was it? Was it Uganda or was it Kenya? Some African country just said, you know, we should stop using dollars. It's crazy. It's crazy. Saudi Arabia, honestly, considering trading oil not in dollars. I mean, if any country had decided to trade not in dollars for oil a few years ago, you know, Hillary Clinton would have come over, she would have came, she would have saw, they would have died, man. You know what I'm saying? But now, people have the cojones, they have the basketballs to say, you know what? America, we're not going to use your dollar. We're not going to use that Federal Reserve note. No. No. Very interesting times we live in, guys. Very interesting. All right, let's take a look at our Crypto Plumber. Can we take a look at Super? Yes, we will, Crypto Plumber. We can take a look at Super. Is that a cryptocurrency? Yeah, it is. All right. Take a look at we'll take a look at Binance, I guess. Okay, we've been here since 2021. Okay. It's the week. Let's put on log scale. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I actually like what I see here. I like what I see here. I like this bottom for Super. Why? Because Super has officially changed market structure right here. We had our last, if we take a look right here, our last lower high in this massive downtrend, and then we formed a beautiful bottom right here, and then we put in a higher high, right? Sorry about that weird curve. We put in a higher high now, and yes, we got a rejection, but we have a range forming, and we have some bullish market structure within this range, so now we can actually look for a potential long setup. Wow, and we are coming down to the value area low, which is where we should be looking for longs. And we are below the 786. We're below the golden pocket. Oh, man. Okay, so I do have to say this. That, man, we put in a beautiful... Is that a double bottom? We put in a double bottom, guys. I mean, that would have been a nice move. Where could we look for a local entry here? Man, you know, I unfortunately, unfortunately feel like we missed a long entry here. Okay? From right here. Because what we have here is a beautiful trade setup on the macro. On the macro, we have changed market structure and we're looking for a higher low to come in from this bottom here after officially putting in a higher high. And what we had down here is the same thing but a microcosm, right? A microcosm. We have come down, we've put in a lower high, we put in our low, now we put in our higher high, and so then we would look for the retrace down to the golden pocket 786, which we got right here. So this would have been where I would have wanted to long from. Now, in my opinion, I would not be comfortable entering into a trade here, but I would say that like it's tough because I don't know anything about this asset, so I can't talk about like buying on spot. I don't know what the heck this thing is. But here's what I would say. I would say that like a spot position with good risk management, something like this is a 3, almost a 4-to-1 risk reward. And if this is truly bullish market structure, we could expect higher prices. Now let's see exactly where we would expect price to come to. This is not financial advice, right? I don't know what super is, but I would say on the weekly time frame we have, yeah, I would honestly say it would make a lot of sense for us to come in and test these lows, which is a 20-to-1 risk reward setup. This would be for like a spot hodl. Okay. Now I do have to say this. The fact that we're not inside value area low again, that makes it a little bit more risky. So for a safer buy or potential another trade, what I would want to see is the following, all right? It's all about market structure and confirming that the trend is in your favor and then looking for an entry point. Once you know trend is in your favor, that doesn't give you an entry. That just says, now I can look for an entry. It gives you the green light to say, all right, now I can go look for an entry. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're on a strict diet, no carbs for 7 months, and then you give yourself the green light to eat as much pizza as you want, you know? That's kind of like what we're looking for here. So what I would want to see is I would want to see a move back inside the value area. Yeah, I'll move back inside the value area. This could take a long time to happen, guys. This could take a long time to happen. We know that we're ranging, right? The asset is ranging. So I would look for a move back inside the value area, maybe come to the golden pocket, this weekly area, and then look for a long from this clear level of support once again, right? So we would want to see continued uptrend. And this holds true for every asset you're trading, right? So we can clearly see right here, we have a golden pocket right at this weekly level. Boom, right around 14 cents. So if we get a move up to 14 cents, point of control, very nice confluence, then we can look for a move back down to what will probably be the local golden pocket, yep, and the value area low, in which case we could look to long around 11 cents, and that would give us also a very nice, very similar trade setup risk reward, 20-to-1, but it's giving us a little bit more confirmation. And again, the context of this is not just the fact that we're making a higher low locally, right? The context of this is the fact that we've made a higher high, a higher low, and so now we're looking for the next move up, right? So we're looking to catch a retracement because we see this nice rounded bottom here. It's a beautiful rounded bottom, right? It's a beautiful bottom. All right, let's see here. Shout out to Lauren in the chat. Good to see you, Lauren. It's been a long time. What coin is this? This is Super. Shout out to NS. What is going on? He says, a long-time fan. Can you macro analyze Bitcoin and Cardano? For those who want to long-term hold, looking to deploy a bit and forget, not trying to DCA, been patient, don't want to FOMO in right now. Well, for me, Bitcoin, I'm not buying Bitcoin below, or not below. I'm not buying Bitcoin above $20,000, and I probably won't be buying Bitcoin above $16,000. But in my opinion, see, here's the thing. I don't know what price is going to do, but I would say that now is the time to accumulate. And if you're looking for a long-term hodl, now is the time to accumulate. I can't give financial advice. We don't know how low price is going to go. This is something I have done in the past for my hodl portfolio in the times where I felt it was time to accumulate. And I'm actually doing this now in the sense that I'm stacking my Bitcoin from trades, but I'm not necessarily buying new Bitcoin with my Tether or my dollars. But I would just say, get Bitcoin, get Cardano on a regular basis, set aside a certain amount for it, because if we're really going to be doing macro analysis on Bitcoin here, right? If we're really going to be doing macro Bitcoin analysis, all right, then let's just look at the facts here. All right, let's look at the facts. The facts are the Bitcoin price has come down to the historical fib level. Actually, hang on. This will be much easier. This is not financial advice. Remember, I'm a joke. You know, there's this one guy, this one troll in the comments. Every video I make, he says, you're such a joke. Now nobody's going to watch your channel because you're an idiot. He's right, okay? He is 100% right. Oh, man, what the heck? I can't find the chart I'm looking for. I know I have it here. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so we are about 1 year away from the halving. Now, if Bitcoin's going to pump, I believe the altcoins will pump too. If Bitcoin's in a bull market, I think Cardano is going to pump. Okay, we are 1 year away from the halving. The halving is projected to happen around April 2024. So we are in this zone, historically, in between the green dotted line, which is a year before the halving, and the actual halving. What happens a lot of times in this zone is we range for about a year, 6 months to a year. We range, okay? But the bottom has already been put in. Now, sometimes we make a double bottom, okay? Going back to 2015, look at what happens. We put in our low, we put in a lower low, but then we really start to pump. Other times, we put in a higher low. Look at what happened with Vidco 91, right? Vidco 91, we put in our low in early winter 2018, then we put in a higher low, and then boom, right into the halving. So right now we understand that we're in a place where we could range here and just range and then eventually blam, or we could have a black swan event or something and put in a lower low and then boom. Whatever the case, if you're looking to just set and forget, this is the time to set and forget. And if you don't want to be looking at charts, there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with just buying on spot whenever you get the opportunity. Because look, we have to think. So let's say the Bitcoin price tops out at 80K, right? $80,000. 80,000. Okay? If we just buy right here, all right, let's say we just buy right here. All right, we're looking at a 167% gain on our investment. That's nothing to scoff at. 167% gain on our investment, right? As if we threw everything in right now. That's nothing to scoff at. If we accumulate throughout this time, let's say that, you know, we do range, or even better, come low and put in a double bottom. Now maybe we get our average entry down a little bit. Now we're talking like a 250% return on our investment. And this is an $80,000 Bitcoin at the top of the bull market. A very conservative target. If we hit $100,000, now we're talking potentially a 350, right? And if we bought everything right now, we're talking a 250. So it's hard to give an exact price point because we don't know what's going to happen. In my opinion, it's less risky and less stressful to just buy Bitcoin on spot whenever you get the opportunity, because you know, all right, every third Friday of the month, when I have this much to put into crypto, I'm accumulating now so that in the next bull run, I can sell at the top. And then, you know, I would hold it on a cold wallet, you know, until you're getting ready to sell, then move it onto an exchange, or you could trade in your cold wallet, whatever you do. I don't know, right? Everyone's a little bit different in here. Am I the creator of the Nines indicator? No. Surface9 in the Casper crew is the creator of the Nines indicator. So let's check out what is happening right now with the nines indicator. He is, the nines indicator is still showing, let's go to a lower time frame. Hang on, what's going on with the nines? It's not showing me the scalp trades. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I would say about Bitcoin, guys. You know, but again, I don't know anything. I'm a joke. I'm a horrible trader. So please. Yeah, this guy right here, Surface 9. Oh wait, I don't know if this is the real Surface 9. But yeah. Alright, did we get 1,000 likes? We didn't get 1,000 likes. And guys, I hate to be that guy, but I have to go because it's 3 o'clock and I have stuff to do. I gotta take care of my kids. But, maybe next time we can get 1,000 likes. Guys, I gotta go. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you're super blessed in every way possible. May the Lord bless you. May He protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. May the Lord turn His face towards you, give you wholeness and peace. And I'll see everybody in the next stream. Peace!